What's up, guys? And welcome back to Sunday Sports Club Podcast, a podcast all about sports told by a woman, and that woman is me. Hi, guys. I'm Allison Kuch, and today we have a very special guest, Miss Emma Pritchard. Oh God, I knew I was gonna botch it. Pritchard.
Pritchard, yes.
Everybody, welcome Emma. So Emma is married to a Boston Celtics player, but she has a huge background because you got your start on social media back when you were like 15, correct?
Yeah, I was super young.
Oh my God, that's like baby. So I'm excited to talk more about all things that. But for the people who are new to you, do you want to give a little quick background to who you are, how you got to where you're at today?
Yep. Hi, guys. I am Emma Pritchard, and I am 23 years old. I grew up here in Boston, well, outside of Boston, on an island called Cape Cod. So it's a pretty small beach town. And I started social media when I was, like Allison just said, 15, when I was in high school, just kind of like making fun vlogs with my friends. And I just had fun with it. It was started as like a joke kind of things to just post of like my friends and I and whatever. But yeah, other than that, here I am today, and I just got married about, I want to say, almost 9 months ago or so. So it's been a great year, and yeah.
Well, congratulations
Thank you
on
so
the
much.
wedding. Did you end up having like the post-wedding blues?
Honestly, no. I had like the post wedding, so happy that all the stress was over. It was the most amazing day. I'd have to say I was not stressed out the day of or anything. Like, I feel like I hear so many stories of people being like bridezilla, and I feel like I was complete opposite, like so go with the flow. It was the most seamless time ever, but I didn't really have the blues. But I mean, I wish I could like relive that day every single day, but yeah.
Yeah, everybody like leading into my wedding was like, "Oh, it's the best year of your life." And I was like, "I hope it's not." Like I hope there's, a
Yeah,
lot better
right?
days. But then after I was like, "Okay, I kind of get it because there are so many people there just to like celebrate you as a couple and you feel so
Yeah,
special and like on cloud 9." And
seriously.
then after that you're like, "Wait, all this time I was putting towards wedding planning and just like dedicating it to that, like where do I put that time now?"
That year to me is a blur. I look back and I'm like, could not tell you what I did in those 12 months of planning. I'm like, no idea. And it was also such an insane year because my husband had won the finals that year. So we had finals to the end of June, and then we had July to have a month of summer. But then our wedding was beginning of August. So it was just like go, go, go. It was a crazy fun year. And yeah, I feel like I don't even remember planning process or anything like that, but the day was super special, and having like all of his people, because he's not from the East Coast and I am, so having all of his people fly in and having all of my people there too was just so special. Like, weddings are the coolest things ever. The fact that like everyone is in one place at one time is insane.
It That was like my favorite part about my wedding is that
Mhm.
a few days prior, everybody flew in and everyone was like bonding with everybody else. I remember coming down from my hotel room to the pool bar, and all of our friends from so many different walks of life were like taking shots. And I was like,
Yeah.
this is what I've been imagining. And
Same.
it was perfect. Is the NBA similar to the NFL that in if you go to playoffs, your off season is cut shorter?
Oh yeah. The typical season ends, or regular season ends in April, and then playoffs, if you make it all the way, it's with the parade and everything, end of June.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
a lot less of or I guess a lot shorter of a off season.
Yeah.
But an exciting one because you
Yes.
ended up getting married. So let's take it back to when you were 15
Mhm.
and you pick up a camera, you start vlogging. Social media at that time, you didn't really make money, correct?
Honestly, no. When I started, I had no idea you could make money. I really just, it was, I just wanted to I always had something in me that loved to post. I would drive up to Boston with my mom and my sister every Sunday to take photos, literally for Instagram for my friends in high school. And I would post acting as if I was an influencer. Like if you scroll all the way back, it's actually insane. The pictures are hilarious. But I feel like I just always kind of had it in me. And when once I finally turned 15, my sister had started a couple months before me. And then I was like, okay, look, my sister's doing it. I want to do it too. I feel like I always did everything my older sister does. So my mom bought me my first camera and I just started posting for fun. And then I actually started to make money from it my junior year of high school, like a couple months after I started. I want to say my first brand deal was with Poshmark 2 months after I started. And it
Wow.
was the most insane thing ever. I was like, if I can make money from this is so cool. So I just started to open up to doing brand deals and I signed with a management. And by the end of high school, I was able to decide if I wanted to go to college or continue doing social media as a full-time job, which I ended up doing. And now I'm here.
Hmm. That's that's crazy that you started making money in high school.
Yeah. And social media money is it's kind of crazy sometimes with certain brand deals and stuff. So when I was in high school, I didn't really know what to do with it. I just started to put it right into savings and investing it and stuff. So I'm definitely lucky I started young, but
Yeah. How did your parents feel about you starting on social media and then you choosing to not pursue the college route?
so that is everyone always asks me that question because when people post on social media, I feel like parents don't understand what social media is and they don't understand that you can make money from it. They don't understand the whole thing. I feel like they're starting to get it a little bit more now, but for me, it was a hard situation, but it was also I feel like I was kind of lucky. So my parents were actually going through a divorce during the time I started. For me, it was like an out like a what is it called? Um posting on social media was kind of just like a
Oh, outlet.
outlet. Yeah, an
Mhm.
outlet. And my parents were so busy with themselves. They not themselves, but dealing with that. Don't that is I cannot even imagine what they were
Mhm.
going through together. So they were dealing with their things. They were kind of just you do your thing, do whatever. When I brought to them me saying I'm not going to go to college, they were like, you should probably go to college. Everyone should get a degree. And I was like, I think I'll be fine. And they were like, okay, it's always going to be there if you need it. And
Mhm.
my parents, luckily, they're very, very supportive. And if I want to do something, they don't stop me. They definitely tell me the pros and cons of the things that I want to do or what are the consequences could be. But I would have to say I'm very thankful for them for letting me just do whatever.
Yeah, as parents
And they
should though. I
trusted.
feel like if my
Yeah.
daughter came to me and was like, "Yeah, I think I'm just gonna cut out on doing this and I'm gonna do this a little bit more unstable thing instead," I'd be like, "Oh, maybe we should sit down and do a pros and cons list." I don't
Mhm.
know. But it is so interesting. Now I feel like social media is so different that if a kid in high school is making money on social media, I think parents would be very open to it. So I do think that you are lucky in that instance that your parents were kind of all in on what you thought was best.
Yeah.
But starting at 15 and growing up on social media can kind of be like a microscope to your
Oh, yeah.
life. So how is that? I feel like you share a lot of lifestyle and you don't get too much into the nitty-gritty of you're not posting every single second of your life.
Mhm.
But still, I'm sure people had a lot of opinions. Did that shape you in any way growing up?
It for sure did. Social media can be somewhat of a scary place. For me, growing up on it, I had no care in the world. I was doing whatever, posting every little thing. I was not watching out with what I was posting.
You're like,
So
"Here's my address. Here's how to get to my house."
I literally am like, this is my PO box. I'm like showing like my work, like pulling out of my driveway, my road is behind me. Like they could literally like, I'm telling, this is what time I go to the gym in the morning. This is what time I get to school. This is what school I'm at. Like I did not care. Everything
Mhm.
was out there.
Yeah.
I was also 15 years old, and I feel like social media was so different back then. Like it was, no one knew what it was like. No one cared.
Right.
No one, like, it was just, everything was, I don't know, just kind of out there. So yeah, when I started, I was like so carefree, but as I grew and I got older, I feel like when you start to grow on social media, it does come with people like hating and like having a, like you said, tight little microscope on your life. And like if you breathe wrong, they're like, oh my God. So as I got older, I feel like I definitely have kind of had a more of a guard put up when it comes to posting, and I am a lot more careful. Like there's things that I don't love to post, and there's things that I want to keep for myself now, and it's like I am really glad that I have that choice and I can pick and choose what I want to share and pick and choose what I want to keep to myself and all that. And I feel like sometimes people may be upset because I don't share as much as I used to when I was younger, but also it's like I don't know, I feel like keeping things private is a blessing, and especially like relationship wise, even though we're both very public people.
Mhm.
Well, I'm more, definitely a lot more public than my husband is, but I do like to keep some of us private too, because something that's like
Yeah.
special.
I feel like it was me maturing when I realized I don't have to post every single little thing on social media. Like, if I don't share, I don't know, like something about me and where I'm going for the weekend, like it's gonna be okay. But for some reason, initially, I thought that I wasn't like connected to my community if I hid things. But I was like, no, this is like a healthy boundary. Like, it's okay.
It is
Um,
okay.
yeah. So, how did you navigate like keeping your relationship more private?
Well, I feel like I've always kept relationships off of social media. When I met Peyton, we knew we wanted to be together forever. It was just like they always say, when you know, 100% when you know. So I felt okay with sharing it from the start, but not so deeply that it's like every waking moment on my social media is us two and things about our relationship and whatnot. But I just knew that with his profession, with my whole life being online, people will talk. They will say a lot, especially when it comes to professional athletes. Like, I feel like you
They all
understand
cheat on
how
their
people,
wives.
oh my God. It's just like, and when someone's not in it, I don't think they understand, like, really, like, you hear all the horror stories for sure. Every single profession out there has stories like that. But for some reason, when it comes to athletes, it's like way bigger. So that was another thing that I was just like, I don't really feel like dealing with this type of stuff. I mean, it's normal it comes with this life, but
Mhm.
it's something that's just, I try to stay away from because I don't need that negativity at all. And like,
You're like,
I
"I'm
know my
protecting my
husband,
energy."
yeah, literally protecting my energy. That is my mantra from 2022 to now, protecting my peace and my energy. And that's it.
The thing about professional athletes is that everybody thinks they're cheaters because it's just a stable, like, caring father and husband is not gonna make the headlines. Like, that's just not gonna
Seriously.
sell magazines, and so
No.
when you hear of, like, these athletes cheating on their wives, like, obviously, that's, like, gonna go viral and, like, multiple people are gonna hear about that,
Mhm.
but there are so many guys sitting at home, like, loving their wives, loving their children, great fathers, but I
Mhm.
just feel like you don't really hear about that because it's just not as interesting.
You don't hear about that at all. And I feel like even the smallest things are so blown way out of proportion sometimes. So, and also like what you read online is not always true. That's my number one thing is like, Oh my goodness, it's insane. It's crazy. Like people will say the most insane things online and I'm like, that is far from the truth. And I wish I could like tell everyone the truth, but you really can't do that. It's not a
Yeah, that
waste of time.
yeah, I feel like initially I used to like address every rumor head on and explain everything, but then I was like, actually, let's just keep myself a mystery. Like,
Yeah,
sure, like
let
believe whatever
let
you want.
them.
Yeah, I'm like, the let them theory. But when it comes to social media, there is so much negativity. How have you navigated that? And also, like, do you have any advice for maybe some younger girls who are experiencing like a lot of negativity on social media?
Yeah, I definitely see it and I'm for sure aware of it. But I really try to not pay attention to it as it's way easier said than done. But I don't read things. I don't open up Reddit. I've
Oh my
honestly,
god.
like, I stay away from it. I can't.
My husband said I'm not allowed to go in there anymore.
uh, so did mine. So I do not. I can't. And if anyone tries to talk to me about it and bring it up, because people do, they'll be like, "Oh, wait, I like saw this on Reddit," and I'm like, don't even talk to me about it because I don't want to hear it.
Please, the R
So
word.
yeah,
It's so
like
triggering.
it's like it seriously is. I'm just like it. I just don't understand it. I don't understand
Well,
it.
like,
But
nobody's going on Reddit if they have good things to say about you. So it's really just like a bunch of people who are very intertwined with other people's lives. And it's just like actually alarming to me that somebody has the time to go and like create a whole thread and just like dissect everything somebody does.
where do they have this time? Like genuinely, where do you, and sometimes it's like mothers on there and I'm like, where is this time? Like, where do you find the time to do this? Because yeah, it's beyond me. But when it
Like, go
comes
touch some
to
fucking grass. Thanks.
seriously, like please like meditate, take a breather. Like it's really not that deep. And I don't know how someone can care so much about someone else's life. But when it comes to navigating hate and stuff, um, I mean, that's something I try to learn every single day is how to deal with it. For me, I feel like I've definitely, like I said earlier, put more of a guard up and tried to share less things, which sucks, but also doesn't suck. I feel bad for the people who follow me who are like are my true followers, so sweet, ride or dies, because I want to share so much with them. Like I feel like they deserve it. But then it's like I do that and then I have voices everywhere and opinions everywhere on little things. But for someone starting out, advice I'd give them is don't read it. As hard as it is, just simply do not read it. Don't look at it. If you get hate comments, delete them. You have all right to delete them and block people. Like I love the block button and I don't care because I'm, like I said earlier, protecting my peace. I don't need it.
Absolutely. What I started doing is if I'm like on one of my friends' videos and I see hate comments, I'll block the person that's leaving hate comments on their video because I'm like, I don't need that energy to come anywhere near
No,
me. And
no.
you're just such a bad person.
It's so weird. Or if I see them like leaving comments about other people in my life, I'm like, that's crazy.
Like,
Like,
I think you need to be removed from the situation because you're becoming a little bit too intertwined in it.
yeah.
But somebody once mentioned, they were like, "Oh, you put a lot of weight in hate comments and like negative comments. Why don't you put the same amount of weight in the positive comments?" And I was like, honestly, I don't know because if you get 10 positive comments then one negative, I'm always the type of person to like focus on the negative comment, but then there are 10 people who are like, "Oh my god, I'm so interested," or "Oh, I'm
Mhm.
applauding you," or "I'm rooting for you," anything like that. And it's crazy what negativity can do, especially from a stranger.
It is crazy. It's almost louder than the positivity, which is so weird because I feel we're always getting way more positivity than hate. So I don't know how it's so hard to just like tune it out genuinely. I don't know how. But honestly, yeah, putting more energy into the positive stuff, I feel definitely can just make the negative seem smaller.
Mm-hmm.
And it's such a
Absolutely.
hard thing to do, but it's kind of just what you have to do. And then you start to forget, and life feels like a field of flowers.
Right. You're like,
Really.
I'm gonna go touch flowers myself. You
Yes.
can join with me. This episode is sponsored by Macy's, which is perfect timing because summer is here, and so is that seasonal panic of what even is my style anymore? Because let's just say, postpartum dressing in summer heat, not the easiest vibe. So I took a look at my closet last week and I realized that I have maternity jeans mixed in with going out tops from 2018. So, where did I go? I headed straight to the Macy's summer style sale. They're doing 20 to 65% off, and it's a perfect excuse to finally shop for clothes that fit the version of me that exists right now. I'm tired of having a closet full of clothes that are from the past, like maternity, pregnancy, or the future. Oh, like I might fit into these jeans in the future. No, I need clothes that fit me right now because I need to dress myself literally right now. So I grabbed some linen maxi dresses, a bubble dress that makes me feel like I have my life together, some sandals from Steve Madden. I'm kind of going for the effortless summer cute girl aesthetic, but like easy, simple at the same time because I am a mom and I do have to run after my toddler because, these days she's a runner. But the pieces I picked up, I feel like are giving casual mom who didn't just wipe peanut butter off her shoulder. And, while I was in there, I saw that they had cute matching sets, embroidered details, all that good stuff. I'm in my I want to look effortless, but I tried era. Oh, and I feel like I have to say this as well because, side note, Macy's home section, kind of dangerous. I got new bedding because I was just tired of sleeping in chaos. Literally, the dog sleep on the bed, the baby sleeping on the bed, cat, my husband. Yeah, so I needed a quick change in my bedding. And I also got this new Cuisinart set because I've convinced myself I want to become the mom who hosts brunch. So, really trying out these new recipes, and I needed some gear to help out with that. Now, technically, I don't need to do any back to school shopping just yet because the only classmate my daughter has is her dog. But I still found some stuff for her. Macy's kids section has all the adorable stuff like Nike, Adidas, Levi's, and yes, Disney, everything, which is so convenient because if you guys follow me on any other social media platforms, you would know that we recently got a Disney year pass. So at Macy's, I was picking up everything and anything that was Disney themed. I picked up some tiny little biker shorts, a matching Barbie tee, some sneakers that kind of made me emotional because this girl is growing so fast. She's growing out of shoes I bought like 2 weeks ago. So even if your kid isn't heading off to school just yet, Macy's still gets you. They have everything from practical outfits to, we're just hanging around the house today, but I still want you to look cute. So whether you're rebuilding your wardrobe like me and trying to hide away those postpartum clothes instead of living in them, or refreshing your home, maybe you just want something to feel good in, Macy's has you covered. So be sure to shop the summer style sale June 19th through June 22nd and check out the back to school section now at Macy's.com or in store. As the summer season kicks off, there's no better time to reset, refresh, and make movement a bigger part of your routine, and that's why I love Stacked, a female-founded wellness brand that believes movement is important for a well-balanced life. So their equipment, like the foldable Stacked Mat, the grippy and more durable Stacked Mat Pro, and the adjustable Stacked weights, are designed to be convenient, versatile, and honestly, it just kind of makes you want to work out. Whether you're embracing brighter days with a new routine or leveling up your workouts, Stacked has created tools that fit seamlessly into your life and inspire you to move. You guys, ever since I discovered Stacked, I have been so obsessed. You guys know I have been in my postpartum trying to get back into fitness and a healthier lifestyle. And the products from Stacked have honestly helped out so much. You guys, my husband has been trying to steal my mat. So the Stacked mat is the first foldable fitness mat that doubles as a block to modify or enhance your workout. So I'm talking like if you are doing push-ups and you have no core or separated abs like me, I'm using the stacked mat, I'm folding it up, and then I'm using it to modify my push-ups. It is twice as thick as a standard yoga mat. It folds section by section for extra support, and it is very supportive and very comfortable. So like if I'm doing any type of ab exercise while I'm laying down, it's very squishy, you guys. Whenever I used to do sit-ups, I would get this like back pain, and it was literally because I was rubbing my skin raw, and I never get that with the stacked mat. In addition to the mat, I also love the stacked weights. So it's a patented adjustable hand weight that allow you to flex between 2, 4, and 6 pounds without having multiple pairs of weights. This is so cool. Like, why am I just now discovering this? So you have like the base, and then you can just screw in weights on each end, and that's what makes it adjustable between weight sizes. I love the background of Stacked because it was born during the pandemic when best friends Taylor and Millie started working out more at home. And I love working out at home because it's really easy to do when your child's taking a nap or you're in the middle of a very busy day and you only have 15 minutes. So Stacked has made it even easier with their curated sets, from the Stacked starter set to the strength set, yoga set, and more. These bundles give you everything you need to kickstart your routine and save while you're at it. So if you guys are interested, visit shopstacked.com/Sunday and use code SSC at checkout for 20% off your purchase. That's shopstacked.com/Sunday and use code SSC for 20% off your order. Whenever I'm feeling a little down in the dumps, maybe I had a long, hard day, or maybe I have a stressful week coming up, I love to turn to self-care and do my whole self-care routine. It helps give me a little boost of confidence to take on the warm weather activities or anything stressful that I have coming up in my life. And from the bath to the beach to the office, Flamingo helps keep you smooth, whatever the reason. You guys, I love Flamingo products so much. And you guys know I've talked a lot about my journey with getting my pink back. And the getting your pink back journey all stems from a flamingo losing its pink after giving birth to offspring and then slowly getting your pink back. And it's crazy because I do feel like doing a little self-care here and there really contributed to me feeling good postpartum. I love all of Flamingo's products, but the one thing that I recommend to every single person I talk to are their wax strips, okay? I don't like going in to get my bikini line waxed. I like to do it at home, and some people might call me crazy, but these honestly are the best thing I've ever used. They're super easy, and also they don't hurt as much, and I also don't have to leave the comfort of my bathroom to do it. Flamingo creates essential body, hair, and care tools reimagined with your body in mind. So think high performance and innovative design for every routine, all at a nice price. And it's also designed for you and your unique body, hair, and care needs. Flamingo fixes grooming by designing products for how women really shave. So like a razor designed for you and the places that you shave. The razor has a flexible hinge designed to hug every curve of your body and get those hard to reach areas. And the handle is also ergonomically designed for women, so it fits very comfortably in your hand. Millions of women trust Flamingo to provide a premium body, hair, and care experience. You have the original razor, which is great for everyday shave, the pubic razor, specifically designed for coarser hair and shaving the hard-to-reach spots, and their new Moisture Plus razor, and it's a one-step razor that every woman on the go needs. Keep smooth and refreshed with Flamingo hair removal products made with your body in mind. Get started with an exclusive offer for our listeners, 25% off your first order at shopflamingo.com/Sunday. That's shopflamingo.com/Sunday. So you are, aside from social media, you are in the thick of basketball life because being married to an athlete, you tend to have to make sacrifices and change up your life a little bit. Have you enjoyed having social media as your job, like going into this different era of your life and like having something that's fully yours?
100%. I love having this as a job. It's so easy to be able to travel to, which one of my favorite things with Peyton's profession is being able to travel to all the different cities that I would never even think to go to, like Oklahoma. I was there recently and I was like, I wouldn't go here for no reason, but it was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, So I feel like it gives me a lot of freedom to be able to bring my work with me. And also, part of my work is showing travel, like
Right.
showing new places, trying new food, showing the new coffee shops that I go to, workout classes in these different cities. So it almost like benefits me too, because I can also create a lot of content out of it,
Mhm.
um, which is great.
So many people love to think that if you're married to a professional athlete, you have nothing going for yourself. You're just sitting at
Mm,
home waiting for your husband to get
mhm.
home, yada yada. Like we've heard this 1,000 times.
Yeah.
But going into your marriage, like you already had such a
Yeah.
presence on social media and a full-time job. So like having that has obviously been like such a blessing in your life because you can continue that and no matter where your husband goes.
No matter where he is, no matter what, like even when we start having kids and stuff like that, like it will always be there. And it's such a like easy way to like implement all forms of life and stages and everything. It's just, I don't know. I feel like it's so easy, and I'm super happy that this is where I'm at and what I have.
Mhm. It was something I was always really grateful for because it never held me back from, like, actually spending time with my husband. Because during
Mhm,
football season, he's constantly gone, so it
mhm,
it really wouldn't have affected our marriage had I had a normal, like, go into work 9 to 5 job. I would have been home before he was. But
mhm.
when it came to the off season, it's really hard to find a career that you're able to, like, put not even put things on pause, but, like, actually go on trips and enjoy time as a
Yes.
couple before you head into, like, another busy season. So social media for me, I was like, "This is great." Like, I'm thoroughly enjoying this.
Yeah, you're almost creating your own schedule. So when it comes to the off season, like we can go and travel and actually do all the things that we can't do during season, which is really, really nice. But then during season, like it makes it easy for me to also do like go when I want to or like work when I want to and stuff. So,
So right now, it is currently basketball off season. What is the whole timeline through like, take me through a year of a basketball season.
okay. So for us, I'll take you through last year. So our season technically started a little bit early. Well, his season started a little bit early.
I say RJ, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, like our team. I'm like, no,
Right?
it's literally him. His season started a little bit early because we had our his preseason games in Abu Dhabi, which was so cool. Like such a
What?
cool experience.
Wait,
Yeah,
where is that?
right next to Dubai.
Okay.
Yeah, in the Middle East. So we got the chance to go, and obviously they got to bring significant others. Are We're different, a lot different than NFL. My good friend, her husband's an NFL coach, so she'll like tell me all the things about, I don't know, we'll talk like the differences between like family rooms, like stuff like that.
Right.
And we get to travel with our team. I don't know if any other teams are like that. Yeah, it's different. We get to like stay
No.
in the hotel with them. We get to be on the team plane. We do wives trips with them sometimes, like we've done Napa and stuff. So back to the season starting, we he started end of September for training, like practice training, and then we went to Abu Dhabi for the first week of October, first like week and a half of October, for preseason games, and the wives were there. So it was kind of like a wives trip with the guys, but they
Yeah.
were playing and practicing all day, and we were kind of sitting by the pool. And it was a really cool experience. So that started early since we had to travel all the way out there. Normally, it just starts in October, but it was early for us. And then that is just go time from there. Nonstop games every other day, away a couple times a week for like longest road trip is probably, I want to say like 12 days. Like it's kind of
Wow.
insane. Yeah. So I feel like from October till like April, they are just gone always. We do get a break during like All Star for like the All Star game. So if you aren't an All Star, we get break. But if you are an All Star, you have to go for like 4 days, I think. That's always our time where we take our friends on a trip, and it's the best time ever. We'll go with like Peyton's parents and all of our friends and whatnot. We haven't ever not made it to the playoffs. So this year, I think we was the first year we got out the earliest. So we ended in the second round, which normally we would make it either to the third or like last year we won it. But or they won it. I need to stop saying
It's a
we.
team sport,
Well,
okay?
yeah. I'm literally like, oh, we won. No, he won. So this year was a little different for us. We actually got a summer, like start of a summer, which we haven't had in years. And it's it's really nice. It was scary at first because I was like, what do I do? I'm not ready for summer to start. Like I haven't had this much time in so long. And even for him too, he's like, I'm normally playing until June and stuff. So it's definitely a little bit to get used to and to kind of get into the groove of things. But now we're like, okay, this is nice to like have time because we would have been still in it.
How many games are in a basketball season?
I want to say there's 82 in a regular season.
Oh my
And
gosh.
then the year that they won finals, they played, I want to say 105 because I think, yeah, I think it was 105 something. Yeah.
And is he playing in every single like
Mhm.
105 games?
So last year he played 105 games. He played every single game. He did not take one game off. Yeah. I think
That's
this year he took like 1 or 2 games and didn't play for like wellness reasons.
so then I mean, he's going into I mean, we call it in the NFL, we call it the facility. Is that what you guys call it?
Mhm.
Like all of the lingo. I just need to know if it like transfers over.
Yeah.
But so then with that many games, he's I mean, taking a lot of hits on his body, a lot of running around. Like, is he going to the facility every single day to do like practice, body work, physical therapy, like all of that?
Oh, yes. So it's any day that's an off day or even game days. Like he is in the facility probably from 8 to 1 on an off day. If it's a game day, he's there from 8 to 11:30 maybe, and then he's like napping from like 12:30 to 3. But yeah, he's in the facility doing. I actually have no idea what he does over there. I think he practices. He does shoot around. He Yeah,
You're
he
like,
gets
what
like
are you
treatment and
doing?
stuff. Yeah, I'm like, what are you doing? He gets treatment and then he'll like do like cold tub, hot tub, like all those little things.
Mhm.
And when he gets home from practice, he has a actually like a athletic masseuse come over and does work on him for about like either 60 to 90 minutes depending on if there's like a game the next day or yeah.
Yeah, that's super interesting. And like, I would be asking if they could just like hit my back a few times over
I
here.
know. I'm like, hey, my legs are swole from Pilates. Like, do you
Yeah, like,
mind?
how many guys are on an NBA team?
Oh my gosh, it's so small. There's 12.
There's only 12?
Yeah.
How did I not know that?
I didn't know that either and until I met my husband and I was like, wait, this is weird. So there's not many wives. Like there's only a couple of us.
That I mean, that would cause I feel like there's pros and cons to that, right? Like it's like not a huge like group that you're entering if you're coming in new, but at the
Mm.
same time, it's I feel like like how close are the wives in? Pretty close, I would say.
For our team, we're very close. Like we all get along very well. And I mean, I've never experienced anything else, so I don't know what it's like. I mean, football, what do you have like 54 guys on a
Yeah,
team or something?
53 on an active roster, then 17 on practice squad. So a
Yeah,
lot.
that's a lot. That's insane.
It's a lot of
So
personalities. So when people are like, "Oh, are there like cliques with girls on like NFL teams?" I'm like, "Yeah, but just because there's like such a wide variety of women in different backgrounds and do you have kids? Do you not have kids? Are you a girlfriend? Like there's so much to it."
I cannot even imagine what it's like having that many people. Like that's a lot. For us, there's like I think almost every guy on his team is married. There's like a couple that aren't. So, and then there's not many like in the ones who aren't, they're either single or like have a girlfriend. But we're all pretty close and even when like a new one comes in, I feel like it's easy because since like we're all so close, we love welcoming in new girls, and
Mm-hmm.
it's so fun having like a small group because then we do everything together. We travel. They all have kids. I think I'm the only one who doesn't have a kid, which like I'm like the young one. I'm like, guys, like let's go do this. They're like, okay, it's kid free night. Let's actually like hang out, get a drink for the game and stuff.
Oh my
It's
God.
really fun.
It's well, on an NFL team, like there are new people entering every day. So it's really hard to be like, oh, there's a new girl because you actually have no idea unless you're following
Yeah.
like the team Instagram and you're like, oh, like new player, we should stalk him and see if there's a girlfriend or a wife.
Oh wow. Yeah. No, for us, it's like we get new players like around the trade time if any trades are made, and it's pretty clear that there's like a new person. Like it's no, you would not miss them.
And then during basketball season, are there a lot of changes when it comes to the roster, or is it pretty like same? Like it doesn't really change throughout throughout the football season, throughout basketball season.
I feel like it doesn't. I mean, every team could be different, but for our team, it doesn't really change. There were some like pretty big changes made like 2 years ago, but that's only during the trade times.
Mm-hmm.
I could be wrong that it could happen whenever, but for us, it's only ever been like during the trade times, which is typically in February. So that's when we'd get like new people or like start a season, new players and whatnot.
I mean, it's great that you don't know that because that's a good sign, probably.
Yeah.
Like I know all the deadlines like to a T. I'm like third week in April is this but I feel like that's just like 7 years in the NFL. The NFL
Yeah.
is I would say out of the professional sports probably the most cutthroat. Like guys are constantly going in and out. You can sign a contract and then get cut the next day and make none of that, not see a penny from there.
That's
So with
insane.
basketball it sounds a lot more stable, I feel like.
Yeah, I feel like it is a lot more stable, especially if you've been in the league for, I think it's like, honestly, like once you hit like 4 years or something. I could also be completely wrong, but from what I've seen, once you hit like 4 years, I feel like it's pretty stable. And then when you're on a team and you sign a contract with them, like unless you ask for a trade or if they have like something in the contract that's like a team option or whatever,
Mhm.
you're like pretty stable.
How many years has your husband been playing?
So he got drafted in 2020 and he's going into his 6th year on the
So
Celtics
and he's been with the Celtics the entire time.
since he started. Yeah.
Okay, I need to know how you guys met because you said you're from Cape Cod or like Boston area and
Mhm.
he's on the Boston Celtics. So I'm
Mhm.
like, I was like, oh wow, she's like really lucky. But maybe
Yeah.
that has to do with like how you guys met. So how did you guys meet?
So, oh my gosh, it's a funny story. So when he got drafted here, his sister has watched my videos since I was in high school. His sister, and his mom. So they have loved my sister and I for quite a bit. And when he got drafted here, they're like, you need to meet these girls. Like, you need to become friends with them. And they were messaging us, like, where do you live? Like, my brother just got drafted and we're looking for like a place for him and our apartments. She was like, your apartments at the time were so cute. So she's like messaging me, like asking where if or where I live for him to live there. And
What's
I'm
your
like seeing
address?
this message. I'm like, wait a minute. I didn't answer it because I don't know.
Yeah.
So I mean, when she messaged me that, I looked him up, but I like I grew up playing sports, but I wasn't into sports really. Like I
Mhm.
genuinely did not care. So, and I grew up playing hockey and field hockey. So basketball to me is like a foreign language. I had no idea, nothing. I knew nothing about basketball. And so when she was messaging me, I like looked him up and I was like, oh, whatever. And then like totally forgot. And that's when he got drafted here. So then a year later, he commented on one of my pictures on Instagram and I saw his comment and I was like, wait a second. I like remember his name from his sister messaging me. I have like really good memory with like random things. I don't know why. So I remember that his sister messages me. So I replied to his comment like in his DMs. There's like a feature you can do that on Instagram. So I was like, okay. replied to his comment in his DMs. We like went back and forth for a second, and then nothing came from it. I ended up moving to LA for a bit, and Orange County in LA, and I was kind of like in between the both. Moved there because I had always wanted to. It was so nice for work being out there, and then I was out there for probably 4 months, and I missed home. I got super homesick. I was like, I am an East Coast girl. I need to be back there. So I moved back to the East Coast. This was in 2022. And once I was back, he had downloaded the app Raya, and I had been on it. I'd had it on my phone for like years, but I did not think I was going to meet someone on it. So I went on it one day, and it was actually like the first day that he had gone on, the first day that he like got accepted to the app or whatever. And I open up my phone, and it's him. And I'm like, wait a minute. Like
this guy is
he's
following me around.
really cute. Literally. I was like, he is so cute. Wow. So like, and I like obviously knew it was him from us like going back and forth and messaging. So I messaged him first. Like because it had said, I think I hearted him, and then he hearted me. And when we matched, I messaged him first, and I was like, hi again, like, what's up? And he was like, oh, hey, Emma. And he was like, let's go on a date. Because he had asked me before to go on a date, and I didn't go because I knew I was moving. So I just kind of was like, I don't want to waste someone's time, and I also don't want to waste my own time. So I just totally disregarded it. But then he asked me to go, and we went on a date a couple days later, and the rest is history.
Yeah. Was it actually like the rest is history? Did you guys meet and you were like, okay, this is like the guy I want to marry?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. The second that we met, we both knew.
And now looking back, are you really close with his sister?
Yeah. Yeah. I love his whole family. Like his sister she's actually a year older than me, and we like all the same stuff. So it's super easy to like we were just with his family in Florida this last weekend, and every single day his sister and I got up, we did our hot Pilates, we'd go get coffee after, like we'd cook, we did all the things. So it's really nice.
I feel like because you're really close with your sister, so also it must be so nice being close with your husband's sister, because family is like everything. I think even more so like the older you get, the more you realize like family is such a key part to have in your life, and being close to your family is so nice. So your family still lives in like the Boston area, correct?
Yeah, my dad still lives on Cape Cod where I grew up, and then my mom lives like outside the city. So it's nice. Like I have my family around, and then my husband's family, they come in obviously during the season for games and stuff. And his sister is just graduating college, so she's kind of like figuring out her next step, where she wants to live. Like she's going between Boston or like other places. So it'd be really nice to either have her in the city or obviously wherever she chooses. But having family around is so special, because when you don't, it's like when I lived in LA, I was calling my mom. I still call my mom every single day, but I was calling her every single day. And it's sad not being around family. It's lonely, and your family is there forever. And they're the ones who, over anybody in the world, it's like they are the ones who you're closest to, can trust the most and stuff. So,
well, it's really nice that your husband's playing in the city that you got to
we're
grow
very
up.
lucky.
Yeah, going to. It's funny. I have a friend who her husband plays for the Patriots now, and she was like, everything is so expensive here in Boston. I didn't realize it was like one of like the most tax heavy areas in the country.
It's like living in California. Yeah, it's insane. The
So like
taxes
not the
are
weather of California.
No, not. I don't get it. It's like you could go and live in California with sunny weather and basically pay the same in taxes, and rent is insane. Rent is so expensive. Like to have a parking spot in Boston, it's like $450 monthly to have a parking spot.
Just a parking spot, like
it's crazy. Like Boston is so expensive.
That's wild. I mean, absolutely wild. My husband Isaac played football for a lot of different teams. I still remember how we'd be on pins and needles waiting to find out if we'd be back for a second year at the end of each first year. While with Discover Cashback Match at the end of your first year, you'll have a pretty good idea of what's in store for you. That's because Discover will automatically double the cashback you've earned on your credit card at the end of your first year. And there's no limit to how much Discover will match. So feel confident knowing that you could use that towards the things you need because you absolutely deserve a refreshingly great experience with your credit card. And here's something else I just found out about. Discover is accepted at 99% of the places that take credit cards nationwide. That percentage is based on the February 2025 Nielsen report. That means coffee shops in LA or restaurants in Indy or hair salons in Cleveland, all of which are places that Isaac played for. He played for a lot of different teams. It pays to Discover. See terms at discover.com/credit card. Okay, you guys, have you ever been sitting on the couch watching some sports and then you see an athlete whose stamina makes you question basically your entire life routine? Like, how are you still going? Why am I out of breath from loading the dishwasher? And I always tend to think, like, what is their secret? And I swear it always starts with what they're putting in their body. That's where Kachava comes in. It's such a game changer, especially for people on the go, moms, athletes. It's an all in one shake that's packed with protein, greens, vitamins, and honestly, it tastes way better than it should. I tried it expecting the usual chalky vibe, and I was genuinely shocked. It was plant based and delicious. My go-to flavor is chocolate. I'm a chocolate girl, but I also don't sleep on the coconut acai. I blend mine with a little frozen banana, a scoop of peanut butter, and if I'm feeling fancy and a little tired, I'm gonna mix it with some cold brew. And when I tell you that this shake actually keeps me full for hours, which is saying a lot because I live in a toddler snack economy. Whether I'm racing the clock between meetings or trying to get a workout in before my child demands another snack for the 17th time, or I don't know, life is busy, Kachava is always my default. Breakfast, lunch, post workout, survival mode, it has me covered. It's also packed with 85 plus superfoods, no weird ingredients, no artificial junk, and you don't have to be vegan to love it. Trust me, I'm not that disciplined. It's 25 grams of 100% plant-based protein with 5 indulgent flavors. They have chocolate, vanilla, chai, matcha, and coconut acai. My husband is a personal lover of the chai. The chocolate, but also the coconut acai if I want something a little bit more fresh. As you can tell, I'm a huge fan of Kachava, so fuel your game with Kachava. Go to kachava.com and use code SUNDAY for 15% off your next order. That's Kachava, KACHAVA.com, code SUNDAY for 15% off. Okay, well, you are in your first year of marriage.
Yes.
So how have you been feeling being married? Does it feel different?
No, I mean,
Like, no, we're
obviously
doing this.
there.
Were you guys living
Yeah.
together before you got married?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. We lived together before we even got engaged. So everything, yeah, always had lived together. We've and all that. But being married now is like, I mean, there's little things that are different, like having to change your last name and going through that whole entire process and stuff, and everything being you two. But we had always acted as a team before we got married.
Mhm.
So things were always like talked about between each other before they were acted on. But obviously now that we're married, it's like, okay, it's really us.
Mhm.
But I feel like we always kind of acted like that beforehand. So it was such a seamless transition. Yeah.
Yeah, I love to hear that because I feel like if I am like the type of person that I do think that you should live together before getting married. Everybody has their own journey, but
Sure.
for me, I always heard that like the first year of marriage is the hardest. And I was like,
Mhm.
is that coming from people who have never lived together? Because I feel like when I got back from my wedding, I was like, okay, so like are we just gonna go back to like life again? Like there were no huge changes. I mean,
No,
besides
there
like
really weren't.
being married, getting connected to like the financial team, I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
like
having to like start doing all the things with the bills and
yeah. I'm like, great. Now I have
everything.
to
Like,
sit in on meetings. Great.
oh my god, the long meetings of like switching everything over to like one bank account and like
Right.
doing all that is like the most tedious thing ever. That's the one thing that's different, I'd have to say, is having to sit through those like 3-hour long calls. But yeah, I did not, after our wedding, we were just kind of like, okay, cool. Like, let's get
You're
back
like,
into it.
let's
I'm like you, I definitely recommend living with someone before even like getting engaged. Cause when you live with someone, you learn a lot about them, like a
I
lot
think that kind of goes into like your compatibility. I feel like there's like
for sure.
sexual compatibility and then also physical compatibility. Like, are you the type of person that like you can't leave a dirty dish in the sink? Or are you the type of person who like lets it pile up and then you do it like every week? I need to know because I feel like that goes into like daily life. And during the off season, they're home all the time. So I'm like, we need to
Mhm.
know if we're compatible in this sense.
Seriously. Luckily, I feel like Peyton and we are the same person. Like everything since we started dating was so seamless. So it worked out really well. Like I'm definitely lucky I found my perfect partner. So
Oh, I like love to hear that. Now being married, have you guys started talking more about like growing a family? Because I feel like that was like the big change for me was like, okay, now we're married. When do we want kids? Is it 3 years? Is
Mhm.
it 5 years? Like, what do we want to accomplish as a team together before this all happens? So have
Mhm.
those conversations kind of started? I feel like you're also in the first year, so like maybe not.
Well, so I they definitely have started. I feel like the number one thing people ask you, that literally the day after we got married, they're like, when are you going to have kids next? And I'm like, guys, we just got married. Like, we need to like enjoy being a married couple, newlyweds for a little bit. But yeah, we've definitely talked about it. We've talked about like family things, how many kids we want, dynamics, things like that. Like, there's a lot that goes into family talk too, like that you don't know about. Like, obviously, I feel like people go and they're like, oh, yeah, like let's have kids whenever. But then it's like you talk about what schools you want to put them into, you talk about like parenting styles and certain like scenarios. Like, if this happens, how would we deal with it? Or if so and so is, like, we always are talking about that type of stuff, which is very healthy to do before you start bringing life into the world. For us, I don't think there's a timeline that we're putting on it. I don't want to ever, it's hard, definitely hard to have kids. I've heard so many different stories. I have so many friends who have children, and like even having the girls on the team and stuff and hearing about them with all their kids and stuff, I learn so much. So we don't put a timeline on anything. I think being married and like being at the point that we're at is like a very secure feeling where if it happens and whenever it happens, that's the right time and we're okay with it. But yeah, we don't really want to put too much of timelines on things, but we definitely have talked a lot about it. And he's like, so, which so am I, but he's so excited to start a family. Like, he literally will ask me like every day. He's like, I want to have kids soon. And I'm like, I know, like me too. But
You're like,
yeah,
yeah,
we
me
just
too, but
kind
like I'm really
of,
enjoying
I'm like, yeah,
traveling.
me too, but let's enjoy being married, because I feel like our life is always like go, go, go. But um, yeah, I mean, it's such an exciting thing. I have always wanted to be a mom ever since I was young. I feel like
Mhm.
even when you're little and you have dolls and stuff,
Oh, yeah. Oh my god,
it's
my
just,
daughter is 18 months old and she loves baby dolls. I'm like, I thought this was more of like a 3 or 4-year-old thing. She
yeah,
is like pushing the miniature stroller. She's like patting her baby on the back. I'm like, how do you even know what to do?
stop it.
It's so crazy. And I know that like one day I'm gonna like be able to show her all these videos I have that when she's actually holding a real baby, like obviously
Yeah.
way down the line, but
Yeah.
it's it is so sweet, but it is also such a huge change to life. And it
Mhm.
also and you can like kind of weigh in here. When it came to Isaac and I wanting to start a family, there were definitely months where we were like, okay, we'll try like this year for these few months. And if it doesn't happen, like I would rather just wait another year. And because of football season, like with the NBA, are they able to take off time or
Yeah, they are.
okay?
They can, I mean, one of my friends on the team, she had one of her babies and they were on an away trip and he just like flew home for it and stuff. And
Hmm.
then they're able to, they can kind of pick and choose like however long. I feel like for me, I don't know what it will be like when the time actually comes, but for me, if say I give birth during basketball season, obviously, like, if he can be there, that maybe for like our first, but like once it like after that, I'm like, if you can't be there, it's okay. Like, I understand your job is literally like so insane, but obviously, like, whatever works for him and stuff, and if he can be there, that's great, but if he can't, it's okay. Or wherever, I don't know, I just feel like I'm so chill.
That is a great sign. I just wanna let you know
Yeah,
that. That is a great sign because I
thank
felt the
you.
same way. I was so chill that, like, my family was like, "So you don't really have a plan?" I was like, "Well, I have, like, tentative plans, but, like, I'm not really tied to anything." And I think it
Yeah,
made the, like, entrance into being a mom so much easier. I also feel like my husband, like, getting released from NFL teams, going to different teams, I was kinda just like, "I'm gonna let life happen to me, and I'll just, like, adjust accordingly," which now I've been able to,
yeah.
like, take into motherhood.
I feel like it's a huge quality to have, especially in this world, is like just being able to adapt to anything. Because if that's hard for you to do, it will be hard and it will be a long, long journey. But if you can kind of just like, I mean, if you have to pick up and leave tomorrow, you just pick up and leave tomorrow. Like, I'm not really tied to anything. So I'm kind of just go with the flow. Let's do it. I don't know.
No, I love that. That is, like, the exact type of person I am, and it makes life a little bit more enjoyable. I
Yeah.
think especially with, like, so many changes that, like, life throws at you
Mhm.
and just n having, tentative plans, but maybe not being so it's like having a birth plan. Like, it's what I would like to do, but, like, am I actually going to do that? Probably not.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
do you guys have any, like, exciting trips coming up? Like, what are you guys looking forward to in these next few months?
We have a busy, busy summer in the best way. I'm super excited for like all of our travel that we have coming up. Luckily, the month of June and July are a little bit more laid back, but August and September are like our go months. We are traveling to Europe. I'll say Europe because I don't want to like be, I mean, I guess I can say exact because it's everywhere. So my husband has a basketball camp he's doing in Spain end of July. So we're actually going to Spain for that. And I'm so excited. It's going to be so cool. Such a crazy experience.
Have you
Like,
been to Spain before?
never.
Oh my god, the food is so good.
Oh, I'm so excited. I've never been to Europe before.
Wait, really?
Yeah. Like, my first time traveling that far out of the country was Abu Dhabi, and I haven't ever been like, other than I've been to like Toronto and Bahamas and like Turks and Caicos and stuff.
I'm like,
So
the
I'm
Toronto doesn't count. No offense,
yeah,
Canada, but
literally, especially it's so close to Boston. It's insane. But yeah, I'm so excited about that for, I mean, even just having his basketball camp and stuff, and we're going out with his parents and his nana. So it's going to be such a fun trip. I'm so excited. And then we have some more like basketball camp things. He's coming out with some wine at a winery in Oregon. So we're going to have a couple weeks in Oregon for that, which will be super exciting to be at the winery and be able to celebrate all of his accomplishments. Like, he won the NBA Six Man of the Year this year. So one of the bottles is like for that, which is going to be so cool. And yeah,
I don't
for
know
the
what the
rest of
NBA six man like, I don't can you describe what that means?
yeah, so the sixth man is it's obviously you have five starters on the court, and then the
You say
sixth man
obviously, but, like, this is
you don't know.
actually a
Yeah,
foreign
this
word
is
to
like
me.
new for you. Yeah, because football is like I couldn't tell you,
Yeah,
but so
same, same.
yeah. So for basketball, you have the starting five, and then the sixth man is like the first guy off the bench. So he got out of the whole NBA Sixth Man of the Year, which is like a huge, huge deal.
Absolutely. I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like he's pretty early on in his career. I mean, I know he's, like, technically, like, a veteran in the NBA now. What is I mean, an NBA career is pretty long, correct?
hmm The I want to say the oldest guy on his team is I want to say he's like 36.
Okay.
Yeah.
In the NFL, if you're over, like, 26, 27, you're, like, considered old.
Really?
Yeah, except for, like, kickers, quarterbacks, and then
Wait, but
some, like,
what about Tom
O-linemen.
Brady?
Yeah, Tom Brady was really like he was the oldest. I wouldn't be surprised if he was the oldest in the NFL.
Okay. I was gonna say, because like he was old.
Yeah, because like quarterbacks stay in the league for a long time. It's like kickers, long snappers. But when it comes to like specialty, like wide receivers, I feel like it's actually not as long as people would think. It's more so like
Really?
4 to 6 years. The average amount of an NFL career is 2.5 years. So yeah,
Whoa, that's crazy. I had no idea.
which is crazy that they make like the least amount of money compared to so many other professional sports and like so cutthroat. But I digress. I'm just now we're retired, so we are retired, please.
Yeah. We again, it's the
Yeah,
we.
it's a we thing. Okay, well, before we end, I have some rapid fire questions for you.
Okay.
Okay, vintage jerseys or modern jerseys?
Ooh, vintage.
Game day glam or casual fit?
Mm. See, I
I'm
know
like,
this is a
you're
rapid
not dressing up to all 105, are you?
This is okay. Can I like
Yes, yeah,
go
please.
on this for a second? Exactly like you saying you're not dressing up for all 105. No. It is every other night, and people comment and be like, "Oh my god, she's so lazy. She does not dress up." Like I saw her at the game wearing like leggings. I'm like, "Babe, 105 games, 82 games in a regular season. I cannot dress up for every single game." Also, like, I feel like for me, I like to actually do like glam outfits for playoffs. That's like my
Yes.
number one thing. Playoffs come, it's like, let's put it all in. We're not like football, you have it every Sunday, and it's like, okay, cool. I feel like football
17
girls like
football games
dress
in a
up. Yeah.
season, yeah.
Oh
But
my gosh,
even
100. I would be
then,
going.
I
Yeah,
was it's
sometimes, yeah.
outside.
And also like once I don't know, once you're in it, you're kind of just like I want to go and I want to support him. Sometimes I just want to like chill, not wear any makeup, put on a hoodie, like just sit and like relax.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I'm not dressing up for every single game, but I will for like playoffs when those come and whatnot. And also like our team is so chill. I feel like the girls on our team, like the other girls, don't even dress up until playoffs either. So it's yeah, I don't know. Everyone is always like, "Wait, you never dress up," and I'm like, "No, trust me, it's normal."
When I think of NBA wives, I definitely think of like wearing heels to a
Oh,
game.
I'm a heel girl. Like
Mhm.
I would, even if it's like a comfy game, I'm wearing a heel.
Okay.
I love a
That's
heel.
okay, so you're still I would say that's not casual, but if
Okay.
you wear leggings to a game, I think that's casual.
Yeah, we'll get those like a couple times a year if I'm
Okay.
like sick or something.
I would say you're like 75% of the time probably a little bit more glammed.
Yes, agreed.
Okay, home game or away game?
Ooh, uh, home game. Away games are so different. Like you don't have like the family room or anything like that. Depends on the city too. Like certain cities will accommodate more to family than others, which I've noticed.
Yeah, I have also noticed that.
Mhm.
Coaching your kids' teams or cheering from the sidelines?
This is something we talk about pretty often. um, wow, if our kids want to go into sports that mom played, I'll their aunt's gonna coach them for sure. Like their auntie Maggie will coach them in the sports that I played. But Peyton, I feel like as much as he's like, oh, I don't know if I will, I think he will.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
a
I
hundred
think you
percent.
cannot take the competitiveness out of these athletes even once they're
No,
done, like, it's my husband's currently running a marathon right now by himself.
shut up.
Like, actually by he just woke up and was like, "Yeah, I think I'm gonna run, like, 20, and we'll see if I can just do a marathon." I'm like, "Okay." He needs
Go off.
to go back to football, that's all I know. In-season chaos or off-season peace?
Wow, that is hard.
There's benefits to both.
There's benefits to both. I love in-season chaos and having that schedule of in-season, but I love our off-season is summer and I thrive in summer. So it's like
You're like, "Both."
both, honestly both.
I'm not gonna make you decide between the 2 because I honestly I couldn't even myself. Watching the game at a bar or in the state it's not a stadium, it's an arena, correct?
Oh, yeah, I mean arena stadium.
Right. Um,
Watching it there.
okay.
Yeah.
Indiana Pacers or Oklahoma City Thunder?
Wait, this is insane. I would say OKC.
Okay, interesting. Okay,
Mhm.
well, that's it for the rapid fire questions. Where can people find you and follow along on social media?
You can find me on, so my YouTube is, I think I changed my username to Emma Pritchard by now. And if I didn't, then it's still Emma McDonald. My Instagram is Emma Pritchard. My TikTok, and maybe the similar thing where like you may have to look up Emma McDonald because it may not be Pritchard yet. That's like the one thing I got to get around to everything. You can find me on all the platforms as either Emma McDonald or Emma Pritchard. And yeah, thank you so much for having me. I was so excited to do this today.
Yes, thank you so much for coming on. And maybe we'll circle back once basketball season really ramps up and gears
Oh,
up.
I would love that.
All right, well, perfect. Thank you so much for coming on. And
Thank
I
you
hope you
so much
guys
for having me.
enjoyed this episode of Sunday Sports Club Podcast. Be sure to tune in next Sunday.